Hello and welcome to the Arctic. Yes, today's targets are going to be halibut and anything else I catch. I'm trying not to catch anything else though. But if I catch it, good. Right, first of all I'm going to walk you through the rods, the reels and the rigs. Yes, so first of all the rods. I have two rods, two reels exactly the same. So the rods are the Century E1000 Eliminator. Yeah. And the reels are the Penn International Torque 100. They are loaded with 50-pound mainline. So that's the rods, right? I'm going to show you the rig when it gets daylight. More daylight, right? Right now, I'm going to get another bait in the water because that's the priority here because I'm fishing and stuff. Right, here's the next bait. Both rigs are my up and over ring rig. I will link the build for that in the description. And I'll show you the rig later on since it's not raining or anything else. So we get this one out. Next bait, out it goes. Nice. So we get the rods settled in. See, we get both rods have been cast out and settled in. All that needs to happen is a hideously big fish comes along and scoffs one of my baits and tears off towards the mountains in the distance. Yes. Cinematic is what I'm going for here today, right? So I am fishing a rising tide. It is a new moon right in the center. Today I'm blessed. Storms all week, storms past this. It's a thing here. There's nothing you can do about it. It has got worse over the years, but you know, you still get a few good days, and it is Norway after all. And there is always a chance of a fish of a lifetime, always. Especially if you pay attention to the moon cycle. Norway has a way of teaching you about fishing that nowhere else can, because there are always fish here, but they are not always feeding. And you can tell then when they do feed just by following the moon cycles. It's very simple. And then when you go other places, you can apply that to those situations. But remember, if there are no fish there, because we've murdered them all, it won't make a damn's word of difference. Simple as that. But there are places that are not as affected as some areas on this planet. There are places I like to be, such as Norway. So, when I arrive at a mark, one of the first things I do, just in case I forget, because I got a lot to remember with the cameras and everything else, is I get my gaff and I set it up. Yes. This is extremely important because if you've got a rather large fish on and you've forgot to assemble your gaff, which is what you have to do with these things, life can get rather dodgy, and in the heat of the moment sometimes you can do something rather stupid and you might end up in the drink. The first thing I always do is get that gaff ready, just in case I forget. Once you have the gaff in place, you're good, right? There has been rather a lot of interest about this gaff, and so I'm going to talk about it in depth in this video. Okay, it is 5.5 meters long. The telescopic wand is made from a coarse fishing pole, right? You can pick them up in any tackle shop, right? I got this one off AliExpress. There are no links. Running down the center of it, you see that pink rope? Yes? Runs all the way to the end, to that hook right there. And I drilled a hole in the end of that gaff hook and I tied the rope to it. And how I attached the hook was, I put the hook in and then I slid 2 wooden wedges up inside it, and then I pulled the hook down and it wedged itself in there. And then I put a 100-pound braid around it, whipped it on, covered the whole lot inside and out with epoxy, sharpened the hook, stuck a piece of acrylic tube on the end of it so I don't spear myself with the gaff, right? That's it there. And at this end I have a big honking steel washer to stop the rope pulling through the gaff, right? That's it. You can get gaff heads from many places. The hook on the end is actually for hanging up game and quartering it. Very cheap. I just cut the other hook off the end of it, drilled a hole in it. That's it. Gaff heads are more expensive. So I'll just give you a scope. There we go. The majestic mountains of northern Norway. Yes. All I need now is a fish. Are you dizzy, are you? Yeah. Nice. So today I can have one rig already prepared and baited up. It's not usually possible if it's plus degrees because these baits don't really cast very well if they defrost, if they're large, right? Because they just slip off the dingle dangle, right? So I can prepare a bait and keep it just handy and I can speed up the fishing. If you need to see that bait demo, I've linked it in the description. So I will show you the rig. I will show you it from sinker to dingle dangle, if you like. And I will start with the sinker. To those people who are familiar with an up and over rig, This is my rig. It's called the Up and Over Ring Rig, and you'll see how this works. It's an amalgamation of a South African big game and our trusted Up and Over rig. And to the Americans, it's like a fish finder rig that puts slack into the rig body to accommodate a large bait, is what it is, right? Okay, that's it, basically. Yes. Let's get with the showing. Right, here is the sinker, right? Yes, nice sliding arrangement there. And the hook snoot has the appearance of being just a normal running ledger, all apart from the addition of this ring here, okay? And this goes on the relay clip at the top of the swivel on the Up and Over rig, right? And it puts slack into the rig body. So that's what it does. And when it's on the sea floor, it fishes just like an Up and Over or a fish finder rig. Yes. On the end, I have a 10-0 inline circle with a dingle dangle. And if you want to know how to make a dingle dangle, and I will link them in the description, okay? So I'm going to hang this on the tripod so you can have a look at it, right? For those people that don't understand, maybe you still won't understand, but I'm going to try anyway. So up the top here, I have this little clip, right? And the ring goes on that. There's a swivel behind it, okay? The ring goes on there, yes. So there's the ring up there, yes. And you can see that the dingle dangle and everything else is short of the sinker. I'm going to hang this on the tripod so you can see what's going on. Now, a Spanish fellow asked me to show this to him as well, so it's two jobs in one here. There's the sinker down there. There's the dingle dangle. And so then you get the lead weight and you just hang it on the end of that clip there on the dingle dangle. That's it. Now, these big round baits I'm using, they need a lot of space. And you can see what the slack in the rig body does for that, right? If it wasn't there, it would push the bait off this bait clip when you cast. So that is the rig. Yes, I am going to make a new video of it because the old videos are old videos, right? And I'm not fond of old videos. My style changes as the channel develops and I like things to match. So I'm going to make a new video for that. Maybe it will be better than the old one. The old one's pretty good too. For now, that video is linked in the description, okay? So, there's nothing to do but settle down, have a hot drink, and just wait for the mayhem to begin. That's right. So stay tuned, fish heads. It's all about to kick off. Yeah. So, I've just been hit by something. I was taking a personal call while on the job, just as well I'm the boss, right? Yeah, we're in. Oh. Yeah, it's a nice fish anyway, either way. I'm going with big cod actually. Yeah, okay, first fish. I didn't expect to see any cod today. It's quite a strong tide. So, just keep him away from the other line. Quite an energetic fish. Oh, he's off! Yeah, he's off. Bugger! Okay, well, we missed that one. So I already had a bait already prepared, so I'm just going to whack it out, see if that fish is still around. It wasn't a halibut, but it was a big cod or a coalfish, because he wound the rig up all the way up around the leader. So while I'm doing this, I'll just show you how to set the sinkers in deep water. I'm fishing into about 25 meters of water, and if you try to set it like normal, it's not going to work too well. So what I like to do is point the rod tip at the sinker and wind very slowly, and this will get the lead to bite first time. If you put it in the tripod and try to tighten up on it incrementally, you'll lose a lot of line and it will take you 2 or 3, maybe 4 attempts. If you're fishing with mono, it will take much longer. So this is the way I like to do it. It allows you to keep the distance you gained with the cast. And it also straightens the rig out, gets it fishing flat on the seafloor. All right, into the pod with it. So to get this guy settled in, it won't take about a second to get that sinker to bite. There we go. Take it out of gear. Let's see what we get this time. That was actually first cast that I picked up that fish. Right, stay tuned. We're into fish. Yep, we're in. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good fish. Oh, it's a big fish. What type of fish? Not sure yet. I can't feel it wanting to take line, but it's just a matter of time. If it's a halibut, sometimes they just do that when they get to the pier. It's not a halibut anyway. So I didn't expect to see any cod today, but I'll take them if I can get them. It's obviously quite a decent fish if you could get that bait in its mouth. There he comes. Yeah, nice big cod. Nice big boy. There we go. Get this rod out of gear. There he is. Yes. Nice big fish. So I'd say 8, 9, something like that. So I'm going to ikijime this fish. I have a video on it, flat fish and round fish. I'll link it in the description. Nice! So I'm going to get a weight in that fish. Not too shabby. So that's the first one. 8 pounds and a bit. Can't say far than that for the first fish. Like it. Yes. So hopefully we'll get a few more. Well, that's the objective anyway, especially if you're fishing. It is almost at high water, and I'm surprised that there is as many cod in this place, because usually there isn't very many cod here, but for some reason there is today. But I am expecting the halibut to be on the fall of the tide, and on this pier in particular, that's where I picked them up. I've only caught them here once before, but generally if you get a couple of halibut off a pier, it's generally a place that they will visit in the future. Not those fish obviously, because you probably ate them all. But other halibut will come most likely. So right, that is a 10-0 Mustad Demon Circle, heavy, right, and quite a bait. Not even that deterred that guy. It was fairly decent, but it will keep the majority of fish from 10 pounds down off your baits. Not all of them, some of them. Right, so I got another bait ready, already on the rod. Gonna get in the water. There we go, another bait. This one's actually smaller than the last. It's still a 10-0, but just another pattern. Slightly smaller, slightly. It's just not as robust. So we get this in the sea, see if it catches a halibut for me. So let that roll down. So as well as fishing for halibut and whatever I catch, in this video I'll be giving some tips about cold weather fishing. And it's just a few that you might already know and are quite obvious, and a few others that are probably not that obvious, that have been passed on to me from other anglers around the world. So a question I get asked a lot is about clothes, right? Now there are no links for any of this stuff, it's just information, right? You can just go and buy an equivalent of it. I'm not sure that the stuff I have is that good or that bad or whatever, and in actual fact a lot of it you can't even buy anymore. This Bib and Brace, the company that produced that, is now gone bust, so you can't get them. The boots that I'm wearing, they're just, I don't have a link for it, but they're called Viking Ice Slayer, and they're for ice fishing, and they've got really thick soles on them. And I wear wool socks, right? Simple. Underneath all of this I have just a normal pair of trousers, and underneath that I have some thermals. Obviously merino wool is best, but if you can't get that, the cheaper versions are acrylic and wool blends, right? And then I've got two tops. I like layers that you can take on and off if you're getting too hot, right, rather than a whole bodysuit you have to unzip it and that kind of thing. And other than that, this is pretty much it, right? Something else that I think is a must is hand warmers. Now, a lot of people want to go super high tech with this, with electric ones or ones that run by gas or whatever. And I find both of them annoying and cumbersome in different ways. The electric ones, they have to be charged and they can run out of battery. The fuel ones, well, they have to be fueled and they can run out of fuel. And also, they might make your hands a bit stinky or whatever, and that might get on the bait. So I like these. These are chemical hand warmers, and once you expose them to the air, They give you 8 hours, right? 8 hours of heat, and I just put them in my pockets inside my bib and brace, and that actually also keeps my body warm as well. Once you keep your core warm, your hands also stay warm and your feet also stay warm. So take care of the core and it'll take care of the rest, mostly, until you're handling frozen baits. So unsurprisingly, or maybe surprisingly, a lot of people from the interior of Northern America watch my channel because I'm up here in the Great North, right? And a tip some of the guys there gave me from the Great Lakes was put these chemical hand warmers right there in the wristband of your gloves, right? And this way, when the blood is being pumped through to your fingers, it gets warmed by these and keeps your hands warm, even if you're just wearing these rubber gloves, right? Top tip, it really does work. It's fantastic. So these chemical hand warmers just shoved into the wristbands. It's a fantastic tip. I can't remember who gave it to me, but somebody from the Great Lakes gave me this tip. And if you're still watching, thanks very much. It's working a treat. There you go, that's all you do. That's it. Now, the last one's a bit of a fiddle, shall we say. Yes. There we go. Nice warm hands now. Stay tuned. It's all about to kick off. Yeah. I've been picked up, and I would say that it is a halibut. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Well, that's what I'm going with for now anyway. Ah, yes. Fortunately, the other rod's out of the water. Maybe it's just a big cod. That's just a big cod. But I'll take it right now. Doesn't look like the halibut want to play today. He's going mental. It's very deep. The water's 20 meters or so, so these fish feel quite huge. Oh, this is a big fish. This, I think it is a halibut actually. Yeah, it's a halibut. He just woke up at the end like they do. Either that or it's a very big cod. What we got? Where is it? It's a big cod. It is a big cod. A big boy. He took drag. It's not often. Oh, it is a halibut. Oh, it is a halibut. Oh, yes. And I have no idea what size it is. I'd say he's legal anyway. He looks big enough. No, 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 no. Oh, he's big enough, all right. He's big enough. He's in around the pier now, is he? He's big enough, all right. I gave him his head, you see, and then he took off again. Well, I was trying to make up my mind there. We got him. Yes. Yeah, he's legal, all right. Yeah, he'll do. Yes. Right. I'll get you a look at him. So there he is there. I'd say he's about 90 centimeters or so. So I'm going to get this fish killed and Nicky G made and measured. Okay. So before the light goes to hell, I am going to measure and weigh this fish. I'd say this fish is about 95 or something. It's just a ballpark measurement, right? Okay, just roughly there, about 90, a little 91 or something. And it's 90 there, and that's right there at his lip. Yeah, so we just give it a rough estimate of 90 centimeters, right? So now we will weigh the beast. Well, not so much of a beast, but it's still a great eating fish nonetheless. 0, It's not going beep. There you go. 15:11, right? Nice! Yes! I was thinking I was going to go home buttless. No, I was not going home buttless, but I'm not finished yet. No, 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 no. It's not home time yet. So hang in there. So I have that fish bleeding out, and I'm going to get the last bait in the water before the light goes. That's quite enough fishing for me for the day. 2 great fish, but I'm not done yet. Still last cast. I haven't had a last cast fish in a long time. Maybe this is going to be it. All right, there we go, last cast. And before anybody comments, yes, I know the back of me britches is busted, right? Okay, right. This is a very old bib of brace, so I'm going to get a new one, right? Okay, last bait. So it has just gone 2:30 in the day, and yeah, that is when the light disappears from here. In about 10 minutes, it's going to be completely dark. You don't get much daylight here from about 8:30 onwards until now, basically. That's how long the daylight lasts. And it gets worse, obviously, the further north you go. It has been a rather good day. Any day I catch a halibut is a good day. Even though it's only been 2 fish for this session, I'm still very, very happy with it. Halibut's rather good. And I got a really nice cod too, right? Yes, nice. So I've still got 1 rod in the water, and I will bring that in just as I believe the light isn't working for the fish anymore. And it turned out there was quite a lot of cod at the top of the tide, but my big butt baits kept them at bay, apart from that fellow. Yeah. Yeah, apart from that guy. 1 decent cod is okay as well. So yeah, 8 and a bit pound cod and 15-pound halibut. Yeah, that's just so far. So it's almost time to go, and I'm starting to get a little bite on the left rod. Halibut right on low. Let's go. One day that's going to work for me. It'd be so cool. But believe it or not, this is quite often how this halibut stuff starts. Just nothing. It looks like a whiting bite in the beginning, or something, a crab settling on it or something sometimes. And then all hell breaks loose. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, 1 more. 1 more. Come on. Come on. Last cast fish. Come on. Come on now. Eat the bloody thing. I have all bloody day. Get on with it. So I'm going to bring this rod in. I've got a rather long way back to the lodge. And incidentally, if anybody's wondering where I'm staying with my mate Christopher at Chungsfjord Lodge. Yes, I will link their details in the description. We get this rod in, we put this video to bed. Yeah. See if we get a dab. 2 flatfish in 1 video. Brilliant. Nah. Okay, in it comes. So there's the fruits of my labours for today. A nice little butt and a nice cod as well. So I hope you liked it. I had a great time making this video. I'm Billy, this is Billy in Arctic Norway. Wherever you are in the world, remember, I'll see you on the beach. Bye.